It was a Saturday morning, and 19-year-old Ricky Gomez had just gotten his first car, cherry red 203 Honda Civic with neon underglow lights, two giant spoilers, and speakers loud enough to wake the dead. Ricky wasn't just driving a car. In his mind, he was starring in his own Fast and Furious sequel. There was one small problem. Ricky didn't believe in seatbelts. Seatbelts are for people who don't know how to drive, he'd often say. He also had a deep, unshakable faith in the power of luck over logic. That morning, Ricky picked up his two best friends, Troy, a guy who once tried to jump a shopping cart off a roof for TikTok fame, and Lexi, who vaped more than she breathed. They were heading to a local street race illegal, of course just outside the city limits. Ricky blasted music, sped down the freeway, and laughed as Troy dared him to go faster. "Bro, floor it. I bet you can hit 120. Lexi added, "Do it for the gram." So Ricky floored it. He never saw the pothole the size of a baby elephant. At 117 miles per hour, the Civic hit the crater. The car soared into the air like it was trying to take off. For a second, it was beautiful until gravity had its say. The car flipped twice and skidded 70 feet before smashing into a guardrail. Troy was ejected like a rag doll. Lexi's head hit the dashboard. Ricky was impaled by his own steering wheel. 3 lives, 1 crash, infinite dumb decisions. Meet Heather, a 23-year-old influencer with 50K followers and a ring light mounted to her dashboard. Her motto: if it's not on camera, it didn't happen. One rainy night, Heather was driving home from a pool party. She wore a crop top, had one hand on the wheel and the other holding her phone. Her face glowed blue as she live-streamed, "Hey babes, I'm driving in the rain, LOL, and my makeup is still flawless. Smash that like button." She wasn't watching the road. She didn't notice the light had turned red. She didn't see the semi-truck barreling in from the cross street. Her final words were, "Wait, what's that lie?" The collision was so intense. Her phone flew from the car and continued live streaming the aftermath, sirens, screams, and eventually a sheet being pulled over her face. The comments section exploded. One said, "Rip Queen." Another, "Girl went live and died. That's commitment." Another dumb way to die. Dev was 17, top of his class, and captain of the debate team. He was responsible, mature, and had just gotten his license. His mom always said, "You're smarter than your friends. Be the example." One day, he got a text from his crush, Aisha. "Hey cutie, what you doing?" Heart pounding. Dev knew this was his moment. He could either respond like a normal person or like a love-struck idiot. So naturally, he looked down and started typing. What he didn't see was the parked garbage truck right ahead. He hit send just as his car rear-ended 12 tons of metal. The airbags exploded. His glasses shattered. He survived, but with a broken collarbone, a mild concussion, and a totaled car. When he woke up in the hospital, he saw a new message from Aisha. "You crashed. Lame." He risked his life for a girl who ghosted him within 24 hours. Congratulations, Dev. That was a dumb way to almost die. Carlos was 28, a bartender with charm and a jawline sculpted by the gods. He could mix a perfect martini and flirt with 4 girls at once. After closing the bar one night, he decided to drive home despite having 5 shots of tequila in his system. "Bro, I'm fine," he slurred to his coworker, who offered to call him a cab. "No worries," he added, grabbing his keys. "I drive better when I'm drunk." He didn't make it 2 blocks. His car swerved into the opposite lane and collided head-on with a minivan carrying a family of 4. Carlos died instantly. The mother of the family lost her leg. Her 7-year-old daughter developed PTSD. Carlos's tombstone reads, "He was a great guy. Just made one stupid decision." Some dumb ways to die don't just kill you. They destroy others too. The Ghost Ride Challenge had gone viral. Jump out of your moving car and dance beside it while it rolls forward. What could possibly go wrong? Tim, 16, loved internet fame. His videos had been getting decent views until he tried the challenge on a hill. He propped his phone on the sidewalk, pressed record, jumped out of the slowly moving car, and began to dance. What he didn't notice was the slope of the hill, and that the car was picking up speed. By the time Tim turned around, it was too late. The car rolled into traffic and caused a 6-vehicle pileup. 1 person died. 2 were critically injured. Tim was fine physically. The police arrested him. He was charged as a juvenile for reckless endangerment and vehicular manslaughter. His video went viral after all. 1 million views, hundreds of WTF comments. But for Tim, internet fame wasn't worth the guilt. Dumb ways to trend. Dumb ways to die. Angela was a mom of 2, driving home after picking up groceries. She had a toddler crying in the back seat, and her phone buzzing every 3 seconds. She reached to grab it and check if it was her husband. In that 1 second of distraction, she missed the red light. A motorcycle slammed into her driver's side door. The biker flew over the roof and landed 30 feet away. She survived. He didn't. When asked why she wasn't paying attention, she said, "I thought it might be important." It wasn't. Her husband had texted, "Do we need eggs?" Ray, 21, had just watched a video called 10 Craziest Car Stunts Ever. Inspired, he wanted to try something epic. So he convinced his buddy, Leo, to ride on top of his van while they drove down the freeway at 60 miles per hour. It was filmed on Snapchat. Ray laughed as Leo shouted, "Woohoo!" Then the wind picked up. Leo lost balance. He tumbled backward and landed on the asphalt. The cars behind them didn't have time to stop. Ray's phone captured it all. The police later used that footage in court. Ray is serving 8 years for reckless homicide. What do all these stories have in common? None of these people planned to die. They just made one stupid choice, ignored one warning sign, wanted one more like, took one more sip, thought it wouldn't happen to them, but it did. Dumb ways to die aren't just funny animations or ironic memes. They are real and permanent and completely preventable. So buckle up, put your phone away, don't drink and drive. And remember, just because it sounds fun, daring, or TikTok worthy doesn't mean it's worth dying for.